Minerals are essential elements from food that help our body grow, develop, and function properly, supporting bones, muscles, heart, brain, and making enzymes and hormones. They are categorized as macrominerals needed in large amounts for structure and fluids, and trace minerals needed in small amounts for specific functions like immunity and oxygen transport, but the body can't make them, so they must come from a diet. Macrominerals. The 7 essential macrominerals the human body needs in larger amounts are calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, potassium, chloride, and sulfur, crucial for bone health, fluid balance, nerve signals, and muscle function, making up about 4% of body weight and obtained from food. Calcium. Functions of calcium: bone and teeth health, forms hard crystals for strength, body uses bones as a reserve, pulling calcium if needed. Muscle function: regulates muscle contraction and relaxation. Nerve transmission: helps nerves send messages. Heart health: supports normal heart rhythm and blood vessel function. Blood clotting: essential for the clotting process. Enzyme activation: activates enzymes in the body. Food sources: dairy, milk, yogurt, cheese. Leafy greens: spinach, kale, broccoli. Fish: canned sardines and salmon. Fortified foods: calcium fortified cereals, juices, soy products. Nuts and seeds: almonds, chia seeds, sesame seeds. Legumes and tofu. Deficiency: hypocalcemia. Early signs: muscle cramps, numbness, tingling. Long-term issues: weak bones, osteoporosis, porous bones, increased fracture risk, rickets in children. Other effects: fatigue, low energy, affecting heart, nerve, and muscle function. Factors aiding absorption: vitamin D, crucial for calcium absorption. Magnesium, works with vitamin D and calcium. Sunlight, helps produce vitamin D. Phosphorus, functions: bone and teeth, forms calcium phosphate for structure. Energy, key component of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, for cellular energy. Cellular, builds DNA, RNA, and cell membranes. Metabolism, helps activate enzymes and balance pH. Nerves and muscles, supports nerve signals, muscle contractions, and heartbeat. Food sources: animal-based, meat, chicken, pork, beef, fish, eggs, dairy, milk, yogurt. Plant-based, whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes. Processed foods, often contain sodium phosphate additives. Deficiency: hypophosphatemia. Symptoms: muscle weakness, fatigue, low energy, poor appetite, bone pain. Causes: malnutrition, alcoholism, diabetes, genetic disorders, low vitamin D, certain medications. Impact: can lead to rickets in children and osteomalacia in adults. Magnesium. Functions: energy and protein production. It is a cofactor for over 300 enzyme reactions, including those involved in energy production and protein synthesis. Muscle and nerve function. It is essential for proper muscle contraction and nerve transmission, and helps relax muscles. Bone health. It plays a crucial role in the formation of bone and teeth by helping to regulate calcium and vitamin D. Heart health. It helps maintain steady heart rhythms and regulates blood pressure by aiding in muscle contraction and relaxation. Blood sugar regulation. It is involved in glucose uptake and metabolism. Sources: leafy green vegetables, spinach, kale, and other greens are excellent sources. Nuts and seeds: almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, and chia seeds are rich in magnesium. Legumes: beans like black beans and chickpeas and lentils contain magnesium. Whole grains: brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat bread are good sources. Other foods: bananas, avocados, dark chocolate, and some fish also contain magnesium. Hard water: drinking water can be a significant source of magnesium in some areas. Deficiency. Symptoms: early signs of low magnesium include loss of appetite, nausea, fatigue, and muscle cramps. Severe deficiency. More severe deficiency can lead to heart palpitations, abnormal heartbeats, and neurological problems. Causes: deficiency can be caused by inadequate dietary intake, certain medical conditions, or the use of some medications. Sodium. Functions in the body: fluid balance, regulates water distribution inside and outside cells, maintaining blood volume. Nerve impulses, crucial for nerve cell communication. Muscle contraction, works with potassium for proper muscle relaxation and contraction. Acid-base balance, helps maintain the body's pH level. Sources of sodium: Primary source. Table salt, sodium chloride, used in cooking and as a preservative. Processed foods. Canned soups, baked goods, pickles, sauces, cured meats, ham, bacon. Natural sources. Dairy, cheese, milk, eggs, meat, fish, some vegetables, beetroot, carrots. Deficiency, hyponatremia. Causes. Excessive sweating, prolonged vomiting, diarrhea, certain diuretics, kidney disease. Symptoms. Nausea, weakness, apathy, headache, muscle cramps, confusion. Rarity. True deficiency is rare in healthy people, most problems stem from too much sodium. Too much sodium, hypernatremia, more common. Risks. High blood pressure, hypertension, heart disease, stroke, kidney stones, water retention, edema. Potassium. Functions of potassium. Fluid balance. Helps maintain fluid levels inside cells, working with sodium and chloride. Nerve and muscle function. Transmits nerve signals and controls muscle contractions, including the heart. Blood pressure. Helps lower blood pressure by reducing sodium's effects and preventing water retention. Cellular transport. Moves nutrients into cells and waste products out. Sources of potassium. Fruits. Bananas, oranges, avocados, apricots, cantaloupe, raisins, dried fruits. Vegetables. Spinach, potatoes, sweet potatoes, tomatoes, broccoli, leafy greens, winter squash, carrots. Legumes. Beans, lentils, peas. Dairy and meat. Dairy products, salmon, tuna, chicken. Nuts and seeds. Almonds, sunflower seeds, flax seeds. Whole grains. Brown rice, oat bran, whole wheat. Deficiency, hypokalemia. Causes. Inadequate intake, excessive vomiting, diarrhea, certain medications, diuretics, insulin excess, kidney issues. Symptoms. Muscle cramps, fatigue, weakness, irritability, heart palpitations, increased salt sensitivity, high blood pressure. Chloride. Functions. Fluid balance. Regulates water and fluid levels inside and outside cells. Digestion. Essential component of hydrochloric acid, stomach acid, for breaking down food. Nerve signals. Helps nerves send electrical impulses. pH balance. Maintains proper acid-base balance in the body. Oxygen transport. Assists red blood cells in exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide. Immune function. Supports immune responses like phagocytosis, cell eating. Sources. Sodium chloride, salt, table salt, sea salt, and salt in processed foods are primary sources. Vegetables. Tomatoes, celery, olives, seaweed, lettuce, rye. Dairy and seafood. Milk, cheese, fish. Other. Processed meats, canned fish, potassium chloride, salt substitute. Deficiency, hypochloremia. Causes. Usually due to significant fluid loss from severe vomiting, diarrhea, or heavy sweating, or from certain diuretics. Symptoms, effects. Can lead to metabolic alkalosis, too alkaline, muscle spasms, and in conditions like cystic fibrosis, CF, impaired chloride transport causes salty skin, poor digestion, and lung issues. Sulfur. Functions of sulfur. Vital for DNA repair, gene expression, metabolism, antioxidant production, glutathione. And connective tissue integrity, hair, nails, cartilage. Food sources. Animal-based. Eggs, meat, fish. Plant-based. Legumes, beans, lentils, nuts, almonds, walnuts, seeds, sunflower, pumpkin, garlic, onions, mustard, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, coconut milk, dried fruits, apricots. Beverages. Apple cider, wine. Deficiency symptoms in humans. While specific deficiency is rare, lack of sulfur can impair glutathione production, affecting detoxification and inflammation. Microminerals. Our body needs essential microminerals like selenium, iodine, copper, manganese, fluoride, chromium, iron, zinc, along with others like molybdenum, cobalt, which are crucial in tiny amounts for enzymes, oxygen transport, immunity, and metabolism, sourced from a varied diet. Selenium. Functions in the body. Antioxidant defense. Key component of enzymes, selenoproteins, that neutralize harmful free radicals, reducing oxidative stress. Thyroid health. Essential for converting thyroid hormones T4 to T3 to regulate metabolism. Immune support. Enhances immune cell function, macrophages, T cells, to fight infections. DNA synthesis. Involved in creating DNA. Reproduction and fertility. Supports reproductive health. Sources of selenium. Nuts and seeds. Brazil nuts, highest source, sunflower seeds. Seafood and meat. Tuna, halibut, shrimp, oysters, beef, chicken, organ meats. Dairy and eggs. Eggs, milk, yogurt. Grains. Whole grains, wheat, oats, brown rice, pasta. Vegetables. Garlic, onions, mushrooms, asparagus, broccoli. Other. Yeast, fortified cereals. Deficiency, selenosis. Causes. Low intake from soil, diet, vegetarian, vegan diets, GL issues, surgery. Symptoms. Muscle weakness, pain, fatigue, weakened immunity, cognitive impairment, thyroid dysfunction, hypothyroidism, fertility issues, and severe deficiency can lead to conditions like Keyshawn disease, heart muscle disease. Iodine. Functions. Thyroid hormone production. Iodine is an essential component of thyroid hormones, which control metabolism, protein synthesis, and enzymatic activity. Metabolism regulation. These hormones help regulate the body's metabolic rate, affecting how efficiently the body uses energy. Growth and development. Iodine is vital for the proper development of the brain and nervous system, especially during pregnancy and infancy. Sources. Seafood. Fish, shellfish, seaweed, and other marine life are rich in iodine. Dairy products. Milk, yogurt, and cheese are good sources, though the iodine content can vary. Eggs. Eggs are a source of iodine. Iodized salt. This is a common and reliable source, as iodine is added to table salt in many countries. Other foods. Some breads and other processed foods are fortified with iodine, and certain fruits and vegetables may contain iodine depending on the soil they are grown in. Deficiency. Goiter. The thyroid gland may enlarge in an attempt to produce more hormones, leading to a visible swelling in the neck. Hypothyroidism. An underactive thyroid that results in a slower metabolism, causing symptoms such as fatigue, weight gain, and cold intolerance. Cognitive and developmental issues. Severe deficiency during pregnancy can impair fetal brain development, leading to intellectual disabilities and stunted growth in children. Congenital iodine deficiency syndrome or cretinism. Other symptoms. Other signs can include fatigue, dry skin, constipation, and poor memory. Copper. Copper functions in the body. Energy production. Helps generate energy from glucose. Iron metabolism. Essential for iron absorption and red blood cell formation. Connective tissues. Forms collagen and elastin for strong bones, skin, and blood vessels. Brain health. Supports nerve function, neurotransmitter synthesis, and antioxidant defense with superoxide dismutase. Immune system. Plays a role in immune defense. Copper sources. Animal-based. Oysters, crab, liver, salmon, poultry. Plant-based. Nuts, cashews, seeds, sunflower, sesame, dark chocolate, whole grains, legumes, chickpeas, lentils, potatoes, mushrooms, leafy greens. Fortified foods. Some cereals and breads. Copper deficiency. Causes. Genetic disorders like Menkes disease, malabsorption, celiac, gastric bypass, excessive zinc, iron supplements, malnutrition. Symptoms. Blood. Anemia, unresponsive to iron, low white blood cells, neutropenia. Neurological. Poor coordination, ataxia, nerve damage, myeloneuropathy, weakness, cognitive issues. Skeletal. Fragile bones, bone abnormalities. Other. Frequent infections, poor growth, low energy, pale skin. Manganese. Functions. Enzyme activation. Acts as a cofactor for many enzymes involved in metabolism, bone formation, and antioxidant activity. Metabolism. Helps process carbohydrates, amino acids, and cholesterol. Bone health. Supports bone integrity and connective tissue formation, collagen. Antioxidant defense. Part of the antioxidant enzyme manganese superoxide dismutase, MNSOD, protecting cells from damage. Other roles. Involved in immune function, blood clotting, reproduction, and wound healing. Sources. Plant-based foods. Whole grains, brown rice, oats, nuts, hazelnuts, pecans, seeds, legumes, soybeans, chickpeas, lentils, leafy greens, spinach, and fruits, pineapple. Beverages. Black tea, drinking water can be a source, but also toxicity risk. Other. Shellfish, mussels, black pepper, spices, infant formulas. Deficiency and toxicity. Deficiency. Very rare in general populations due to widespread food sources. A poor diet lacking whole foods increases risk. Symptoms aren't well defined but can affect CNS, growth, and reproduction. Toxicity. Manganism, more common from environmental exposure, e.g., mining dust, inhalation, or contaminated water, not typically food. Causes neurological problems like tremors, muscle spasms, balance issues, mood changes, and coordination loss. Fluoride. Functions of fluoride: dental health, strengthens tooth enamel, makes teeth more resistant to acid, blocks bacterial acid formation, and helps repair early decay, remineralization. Bone health, contributes to bone density and strength, though its role is less significant than in teeth. Sources of fluoride: drinking water, a major source, especially in fluoridated communities, and naturally present in varying levels. Dental products: toothpaste, mouthwash, and varnishes provide topical fluoride. Foods and beverages: tea, coffee, grape juice, raisins, and some fish, seafood. Deficiency: low intake. Dental caries. The primary consequence is increased tooth decay, cavities. Weak teeth and bones can contribute to weaker teeth and potentially osteoporosis. Not essential. While beneficial, it's generally not classified as an essential nutrient, and severe deficiency signs aren't well defined beyond dental issues. Excess intake. Dental fluorosis, mottling or discoloration of teeth, common with high intake during tooth development. Skeletal fluorosis. In extreme, prolonged cases, it can affect bones, leading to pain and stiffness. Chromium. Functions: enhances insulin, forms part of chromoglin, a complex that increases insulin's power, improving glucose uptake. Metabolism: aids in the breakdown and storage of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Antioxidant: helps scavenge free radicals, protecting cells from damage. Lipid profile: may help improve blood lipid profiles, cholesterol, fats. Food sources: best sources: brewer's yeast, whole grains, wheat germ, cereals, meat, beef, liver, some fruits, grape juice, apples, vegetables, broccoli, green beans, potatoes, carrots. Other sources: eggs, nuts, mushrooms, coffee, some spices, oysters, chicken. Deficiency: rare, uncommon in developed countries. Causes: can occur with long-term intravenous parenteral nutrition or severe protein-calorie malnutrition. Symptoms: effects: in severe cases, insulin resistance, impaired glucose tolerance, difficulty controlling blood sugar, nerve problems, neuropathy. Iron. Functions of iron: oxygen transport. Iron is a key component of hemoglobin in red blood cells, which carries oxygen from the lungs to the rest of the body. Energy production. It is essential for cellular energy production. Immune function. It plays a role in supporting the immune system. Muscle function. It helps muscles store and use oxygen. Iron sources: animal products. Red meat, poultry, fish, and eggs are excellent sources of heme iron, which is easily absorbed. Plant-based foods: lentils, beans, tofu, dark leafy greens like spinach and broccoli, nuts, seeds, and whole grains are good sources of non-heme iron. Fortified products: many cereals, breads, and pasta are enriched with iron. Supplements: available in tablet form, often containing vitamin C to enhance absorption. Iron deficiency. Causes: insufficient dietary intake, poor absorption, or increased iron loss, e.g., from heavy menstruation. Symptoms: fatigue and weakness, pale skin, shortness of breath, dizziness, headaches, brittle nails. Anemia. A severe deficiency can lead to iron deficiency anemia, a condition that reduces oxygen supply to tissues and organs. Too much iron. Toxicity. Excess iron can be toxic and lead to serious health problems. Symptoms: nausea, vomiting, stomach upset, and in severe cases, internal bleeding, liver disease, or heart problems. Zinc. Functions of zinc: immune support, crucial for immune cell function and development. Cell growth and division. Essential for DNA synthesis, cell division, and normal growth, especially in kids, teens, pregnancy. Wound healing. Helps maintain skin integrity and speeds up tissue repair. Metabolism. Involved in carbohydrate breakdown and insulin action. Senses. Supports healthy senses of taste and smell. Food sources: animal-based, best absorption, oysters, richest source, beef, pork, lamb, poultry, fish, eggs, dairy. Plant-based contains inhibitors, nuts, cashews, sesame seeds, pumpkin, legumes, beans, peas, whole grains, oats, brown rice, quinoa, some fruits, guava, avocado. Deficiency: skin issues, rashes, eczema-like lesions, slow healing sores. Immunity: getting sick often, weakened immune response. Growth: slowed growth and development, especially in children. Senses: loss of appetite, decreased sense of taste and smell. Hair, nails, hair loss, nail changes. Digestive: diarrhea. Molybdenum. Functions: enzyme cofactor, essential for enzymes like sulfite oxidase, xanthine oxidase, and aldehyde oxidase, involved in processing sulfur amino acids methionine, cysteine, and breaking down purines, uric acid. Detoxification: helps metabolize drugs and toxins. Sources: legumes, beans, lima, white, red, pinto peas, lentils. Grains: whole grains, cereals, oats, rice. Vegetables: leafy greens, asparagus, brassicas like broccoli. Animal products: liver, kidney, meat, milk, cheese. Deficiency: rarity. True dietary deficiency is extremely rare in healthy individuals due to its abundance in food. Cobalt. Functions in the body. Vitamin B12 component. Cobalt is the central atom in cobalamin B12, essential for DNA synthesis and nerve function. Red blood cell production. Helps form hemoglobin and red blood cells, preventing anemia. Nervous system support. Aids in myelin sheath repair, nerve insulation, and neurotransmitter production. Metabolism. Involved in fat and carbohydrate metabolism and optimizing cardiac function. Sources of cobalt. Animal products. Rich sources include meat, especially red meat, liver, kidneys, fish, shellfish, eggs, and milk. Plant-based foods. Smaller amounts are found in leafy greens, spinach, cabbage, lettuce, legumes, figs, turnips, mushrooms, and fortified cereals. Microbial synthesis. Ruminant animals get cobalt from microbes in their gut that synthesize vitamin B12. Deficiency and toxicity. Deficiency, rare in non-vegetarians, causes megaloblastic anemia, large, immature red blood cells, fatigue, weakness, neurological problems, and poor nerve conduction. Toxicity: excess can cause nausea, vomiting, heart issues, thyroid damage, hearing, vision loss, and peripheral neuropathy, often linked to medical implants or supplements. Please like, share and subscribe, and comment also.